What's up now?
Building. Shawn Porter fighting Ugas.
Getting mic'd up.
Doing the telecast and things, all that. Looking good out here. Always looking sharp.
Thanks,
together.
man. Thank you.
Man, boxing, all-time high, right? Heavyweight division.
I think so. I feel like it. I feel like it's, for us, it's becoming, what it once was. And I'm excited, happy to be a part of it.
You're in the welterweight division, but are you like now competing with like the heavyweight division too? Like now, we still want that shine.
I think we still got it. Okay. I think we need Deontay to keep doing what he's doing, but I think the shine is right there in the welterweight division. It's gonna be there for a while.
Let me ask you. I asked Lennox Lewis this yesterday, comparing errors. Lewis Holyfield Tyson versus Joshua Wilder Fury. So I think you're going Tyson era.
But the same with my era, man. We were just talking about it. Like they were bringing up all these names, Donald Curry, Mike McCallum, and I'm like, Julius Jackson. I'm like, yo, we couldn't do it. You know what I mean, against them. And I'm like, is this just a facade that I have in my mind, like, or would it be possible for us to really compete with these guys? I just feel like, man, they were different back then, man.
Okay, so let me ask you a really hard one because I know you're from Ohio, and people like to do this one a lot. LeBron James, Michael Jordan.
I say LeBron, especially if it's one-on-one, because LeBron is just a bigger, stronger guy.
So how about people who say that about athletes today? Like athletes get better, bigger, stronger.
Yeah.
Like look how big Deontay Wilder is.
Right, like that's one era. But if you go like back a bunch of eras, and you go back to who's the guy everybody compares me to, old school fighter. Can't think of his name right now. Yeah, there's one guy that everybody tells me I need to watch, and I've watched him before, but. My point is, boxing like back in the 60s, 50s and 60s is way different than it was in the 80s, 90s, and now. They couldn't get with us.
Okay, so that's where the dividing line is.
Yeah, I do. I think that dividing line is back.
Welterweights today beat 60s welterweights.
Yeah, those guys were just fighters.
You realize you're throwing in guys like Ray Robinson, who's considered a GOAT in there, though. You know that, right?
I did that. Minus him.
Ray Robinson, Charlie Burley.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really want to take it back.
I do. But okay. Even with Ray Robinson, Ray didn't have the pivots and all the movement and the turns, feints, jukes, all that kind of stuff that we have now. Things that will keep a guy off of you. Things that will make a guy think about what he should do. What might work. Things that make a guy hesitate. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Those guys, man, 80s and 90s guys, they knew exactly what they wanted to do. They were sharp as hell with it. And, outside of other people, that was in their era, it was it was just very few of them that could beat them,
Okay, so Shawn Porter versus a 90s welterweight. I don't know, throw out there like a Pernell Whitaker.
Pernell was sharp, man. I think I got a chance against Pernell.
Okay.
I think I had a small chance against Pernell. Here's a funny one, though, man. Tommy Hearns, I seen him one time, and I met him a couple times, but for whatever reason, he didn't. I think he remembered what weight I was, and he said, "You welterweight, right?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Oh, he was nothing for me."
That's what he said to you?
Yeah, and I was like, my first reaction was disrespect. Yeah. My second reaction was, "You're probably right."
Okay, so let me ask you this. I mean, unbiasedly, then, is Floyd the GOAT? Is he TBE? The way he says?
No. He's not the best ever, but he's the best of our generation.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the best of our generation for sure.
Translated well with Hearns, Leonard.
I think he would have lasted.
Okay.
I think he would have lasted.
I know yesterday you kind of alluded that you and Duran would have been good.
I think me and Duran would have been good.
Okay.
I think that would have been a good one.
I
think me and Sugar Ray would have been good. Yeah. Man, Marvin would have got me. Marvin would have got me.
Well, I mean, he was a middleweight, though.
I know he was 54 60, mostly. Yeah.
So, okay, now we're in the present. The big fights today, obviously, you're a champ. Spence is a champ.
Yeah.
Crawford's a champ.
Yeah.
The mix. Now you're
beautiful mix, man. It's a beautiful mix.
Forgot to name Thurman, but you already fought him, obviously. A lot of people felt you won that. Barclays Center, you know, they booed Thurman when the decision came out.
Yeah.
That one still sting a little bit. You want that rematch?
No, I don't sting. I still want the rematch. You know, I was telling somebody, man, I wanted to beat him more than I wanted to win his belt. And he had the WBA at the time, and the WBA was not on my mind at all. The only thing on my mind was giving him his first loss. You know, so, you know, I thought I was there. You know, so I think maybe more than anything, I still want it. That's kind of the goal for me is to beat that dude. I think life itself has brought him down. You know, but back then I wanted to be the one to bring him down. You know, and you know, not to say that I wanted anything that he had or anything like that, but you know, and he even talks now like he's the man. You know, and so I wanted to beat the man. Same with Errol Spence. That's the main reason why I want to fight Errol, is because everybody thinks he's the man.
Okay. Now you're wearing the suit. Let me ask you to step outside yourself. Try and be as unbiased analytically as you can.
Yeah.
Who's the better style matchup for Shawn Porter? Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford?
For Shawn Porter, I think Errol Spence is.
So wow.
I think Errol Spence
is a harder fight for you?
I think because Terrence will do a lot more. Terrence will be way back here, and then he'll be right there up on you. He'll give you a bunch of different looks, things to make you adjust to. He's one of those fighters that is a round by round fighter. He's gonna adjust and do something different every round, which I admire about him. I think Errol Spence, not to say that he's a simple fighter, but he's the guy that's, you know, he's a southpaw. He's in your face, and you got to deal with this. This is what you got to deal with, and he's not really gonna give you much more to deal with other than I'm right here. Can you beat this?
Kind of like what Floyd said, straight up and down, no special effects.
I think, yeah, he doesn't. I think what he does is just special. You know what I mean? So not to say he doesn't have special effects, but you know, he's not the guy that's gonna throw his hands down and feint you and move this way, move that way. He's not gonna make you draw you in, you know, things like that. So there are things that he just does it very, very excellent.
Now, I mean, I spoke to Spence about this before too. I think he's alluded that he does have those abilities, but why use them when you can just break somebody down and, you know, bully them essentially? Is that something we maybe haven't seen from his?
I mean, look, check me out. You know, I say this all the time. Like, everybody says that I have a really aggressive style, and I stay on my guys and stuff like that. You can't deal with it. You can't handle it. Why would it? You know, why would I do anything different? If this is what you can't handle, then I'm gonna go after you and give you what you can't handle. Reverse it. I knew that there were other things that Danny couldn't handle, so I gave him other things that he couldn't handle. And then later on in the fight, I applied the pressure that you're used to, and it worked for me, you know?
Last question, 2019, any unification bouts possible with Spence?
I think both of them. I don't know which one to come first. It's gonna be Keith Thurman, because he's still got the WBA, so that's a unification. And then the other one that I've talked about as well is Errol Spence.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you. You got it, man.
You already know. Appreciate it.